Debate on the bill.
Thank you very much. And it's a debate slash question, and I'd like the sponsor to, well, why don't I ask a question first? Can we do that?
We can go back to questions.
Okay, I'm sorry.
As President Pro Tem, you can go have a question.
Okay. Okay. So I want to first ask a question, and then there's another question that I'll debate. But I do have a question for the sponsor with regards to. I think your overall intention with this specific bill. It's not a secret, and we know that where you stand on gun issues, and that's very respectful. And I think we all are here to represent our own elected individuals from different parts of the state that have obviously very varying viewpoints. This bill, as I read it, is very specific in nature, but there might be some concern that the statute that it relates to is, of course, rather broad. And so I would be hesitant to vote for this bill if your intention would be to expand it beyond anything that we talk about today. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on that issue.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and that's a very fair question. No, my intention is to keep this specifically directed towards courthouses, and therefore that would be the issues that it would address moving forward.
And then just to clarify, as a session moves forward, it's only day one. Seems like day 50 for lots of us, but it's only day one, and obviously lots of things will happen. As issues move forward and this bill moves, and maybe other bills move forward, maybe other bills don't, but of course the House will have proposals as well, and there would be potential amendments that could be added to this bill to expand it beyond its scope. What would be your thoughts on that?
Thank you, Madam Chair. My thoughts would be just like I stated. It would specifically only relate to courthouses on this bill.
Thank you. In debate, President Flores.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you for the answer to the questions. And so I want to debate for a moment, not just for the committee, but I think it's an issue and important to debate to those who are here today, to our concerned citizens from across the state. You all have come here to listen, and I hope that you all continue to come up every week and every day as is necessary to talk about gun issues. So the reason why I specifically asked those questions, and I appreciate not just a commitment of the sponsor, but I know that there's a commitment of the rules chair as well and others, is that we respect each other in this process, and we respect the fact that we come from different backgrounds. And the different, we represent different parts. So here's a very limited situation where the gun would not be allowed to actually even be brought into the courtroom, but would rather have to be surrendered on the way, before coming in, which in a way will almost help law enforcement to understand exactly who is entering the building with a gun. But here's, my concern, as stated, is that if this bill expands, if this bill or if any other bill expands beyond its current scope, it's something that I will not vote for. Not only will I not vote for, but I have the commitment of the chair of this committee, the sponsor of this bill, that this bill will not be beyond that. Because if then that happens, then all of a sudden, when you look at the vote on this committee, those who voted yes for this bill were the ones who allowed for us to vote yes on future gun bills. And not only do I have a problem with that, I know that my colleagues here have a problem with that as well. And so I take Senator Stubbe at his word. I know that he will be faithful to that, and that he will relay to the others that have other gun bills, including himself, because he's got a lot of them, that he and I do not see eye to eye on probably any of the other gun bills. I do not support having guns on campus. I do not support having guns in airports. I don't support having guns in school zones. I don't support those things. And Senator Stubbe feels differently, and that's fine. But this is where we are this year. And so anything that goes beyond that is something that I won't allow happen in the Senate. And it's I was going to say I don't normally say such strong words in committee, but that's actually not true at all. I do. But for those of you that know me, you know that maybe it's because I sometimes use those strong words, that my word and my commitment is something that I hold to be very sacred. Gun issues will continue perhaps to be debated. I don't know if they'll continue to be debated in this committee because these would be bills that I wouldn't be in support of. And so if this bill becomes anything beyond this, I'm confident to have the commitment, not just of the chairman, but of every member of this committee and of every member of our chamber to say it's not going to go beyond to where we are now. And so I just want to share that. Thank you for that indulgence and for that time. Thank you for that time.
Thank you. Senator Garcia.